I had to make money because I went broke because of NFTs. I had a friend who was working in the scaffolding industry, so I started working there as well. It was fun sometimes, but it also was really tough, really long days. I had to wake up like 5:45, start at 6:30. Eventually you come back home 4 or 5 p.m, so that's a bit shit, of course. Coming home all exhausted because you had to work the whole day. You're carrying and lifting steel frames, steel pipes. It's really tough, especially in the winter. It could be really cold here in the Netherlands, of course. And sometimes I was working, it was raining, it was cold, and I felt like shit, what the hell am I doing with my life?
You were not poor when you were doing the job. It was mentally and physically very hard. But how much were you making? 4 or 5k a month or something, right?
Yeah, you make like 5k a month as a freelancer before taxes.
Why would you then still go to dropshipping if you make 4 or 5k a month? Ladies and gentlemen, Faruk Ilkan, aka Ecom Legend here, and today we have an amazing podcast, as always. So next to me, obviously again, is Omet, the G. You guys remember him? 10k views with a pod with him.
So
went absolutely viral. And we have a special guest, Bas.
Yes.
Bas is a very successful member in our program, and we're going to interview him today and talk about a lot of shit. Mindset, value in ecom, because he scaled up to multiple 6 figures in revenue in ecom. And I asked him, bro, are you able maybe to reveal what you're doing, how you're doing it? And obviously he said yes. So let's get it. Bas, please introduce yourself, brother.
Hi guys, my name is Bas. I'm 24 years old. I'm from the Netherlands. I've been doing e-commerce seriously for around 8 months right now.
For 8 months?
Yes, since I joined the program.
How much revenue have you done?
Over 400k.
Interesting. Very nice. So, very nice. You did 400k in revenue, but obviously it's never easy. We always talk about like how fucking hard this whole game is. I don't like to glorify this business model, even though it looks like that sometimes. But tell me, like, where are you from? What was your journey like? Just tell us everything. I know that you had very tough jobs in the past, that you just quit. Yeah. You're all into ecom now, yes. So congrats about it as well.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, explain us, like, bro, where did it all start?
Yeah, so I started doing e-commerce in the end of 2019, start of 2020, when I quit college for the first time. I got introduced to it because I saw a lot of advertisements by Joshua Kaats and Jai Ruan, big names in the Dutch ecom game. On YouTube. So yeah, I got interested, started diving deeper more into it. Started opening some stores with a good friend, Jari. You both know him as well.
Jari,
really good guy. So yeah, we opened some stores together, separate. But yeah, never really worked out. Didn't make a lot of profit. I think I mainly lost money on that back then.
And when was this? 2019?
Yeah, start of 2020, end of 2019, I think.
Oh shit, okay.
Yes, it's a while ago, 4 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, didn't really work out. Back then I also got introduced to crypto after the last halving. So that's probably around April 2020. Started investing in it. In the meantime, I was working in factories. It's called VZ. It's a big vegetable and fruit factory for Albert Heijn. That job sucked a lot as well. It's really tough. So yeah, tried to make some money, invest in crypto. In the meantime, also did bol.com, but it wasn't really for me. Also wanted to start a watch brand, but yeah, I was a broke college student. So I had some designs made. I still have them at home. They looked really good with custom logos, etc. But yeah, you needed to get like a MOQ of 50, and you can't sell only one watch. So that back then it was a bit too expensive for me. Also, you know, the marketing has to be good on it. If you want to sell watches like in a luxurious way, you can't go here in the field, go to a windmill and make some pictures. That's not gonna work. You gotta go to some more higher end places like Dubai or Marbella, for example. But yeah, I didn't have the money for that back then, so I just quit doing that. Then I came across NFTs, and that's where I made my first like kind of success with. Made a lot of money, like 50k in a very short amount of time, probably 3 to 4 months. Yeah, it was really good, especially on a young age. I was 22 back then. But yeah, I was young, I was dumb, I didn't know how to manage my money properly. So in the end, I lost it all.
On what? Like on what?
Yeah, just like cycles with crypto, it goes up and down. Crypto got hit hard back then, so they all dipped, and NFTs dipped even harder. Yeah, I was dumb, didn't know how to manage my money, manage my investments, so I kept most of it invested. And yeah, it's very dumb to do. So yeah, I lost most of it, but I gained a lot of valuable lessons from it. So I felt blessed that I lost it. Never really saw it as like a failure or something. So I learned how to manage my money, how to manage investments, also emotion. Don't let your emotions get into play with making money and investing money. So yeah, that was really nice. But yeah, of course I was broke. Back then I was working at DHL in the sorting center.
This is in 2020, which you're talking about?
Now it's a bit later, 2022.
22, okay.
2022, yeah.
It's like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. So I was working at DHL. You know, you work short shifts, maybe a few hours. Don't work a lot of days, maybe 3-4 times a week. So yeah, I didn't really make that much money. I quit college back then for the 3rd time, also the last time. College wasn't really never for me. Tried multiple things, but it was always shit. So yeah, I had to make money because I went broke because of NFTs. And yeah, I had a friend who was working in the scaffolding industry. So I started working there as well. It was fun sometimes, but it also was really tough. You make really long days. I had to wake up like 5:45, start at 6:30. Eventually you come back home 4 or 5 p.m. So that's a bit shit, of course. You're coming home all exhausted because you had to work the whole day. You're carrying and lifting steel frames, steel pipes. It's really tough, especially in the winter. It could be really cold here in the Netherlands, of course. And if you're outside the whole day and like -5 degrees, it's freezing, it's snowing, then it becomes a bit of a mind game as well. Of course, the physical part of it is tough, but then your mind needs to, you know, you still have to get the job done. And sometimes I was working, it was raining, it was cold, and I felt like shit, what the hell am I doing with my life? So I made a promise back then in the start that I was only going to do scaffolding for around 1 year. And during that year, I wanted to get like an online business going, either with crypto or with ecom. So I think maybe a little bit over a year ago, my friend Jari started to do some good numbers, and he motivated me to start doing e-commerce again. I got some knowledge from him, some tactics about product research, about ads. Yeah, and then I just started doing it again. But it failed, of course, because I didn't have the right guidance. I had Jari, but he was busy with his things, and I didn't want to bother him every time. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, shout out to Jari, guys, by the way, man. Jari, man.
Really shout out to him. When I started as a student last year, he was still a coach back then in the program, and he helped me a lot. So
yeah, bro.
Shout out to Jari.
Yeah, man, you have to continue.
Jari is a real G.
Yeah.
But yeah, he motivated me again. And so yeah, I started doing it, but didn't make profit. I think I lost a bit as well. And after a month or two, my Facebook ad account got blocked. Yeah,
Classic,
typical. So yeah, it got blocked, and then I just quit. I continued scaffolding, and then 1 year had passed, and I remembered myself like, okay, 1 year ago you made a promise with yourself, you gotta have an e-commerce business or crypto going, but I didn't have it, and I was like, bro, Jari is doing really good numbers. I think he then hit his first 6-figure month because he joined the program as well, and he was being a coach there. So I was like, okay, I know Jari for half my life. I know him in and out. I know he's not smarter than me. We think alike about a lot of things. So I was like, bro, if Jari can do it, I can do it as well, 100%. And with that motivation I had in mind, I was like, okay, but now it has to be different. I've tried it multiple times without a coach, just on my own and some YouTube videos. But I was like, no, something has to change now. So I started investing in myself, invested in a coach. Yeah, fast forward 8 months later, I've done over 400K in revenue. This month gonna hit my first 100K month. So can't really complain about it all.
Insane. So basically, like this is like the journey that is the hard part. I always say, like from the beginning, is that you gotta convince yourself that it is possible, right? And you kept on convincing, delaying, trying, failing. But when you see it from close, from somebody that you like and trust, you had kind of similar, right? As well with
Hadan,
yes,
Pacho, yeah.
You had the same.
Exact same.
I also had the same, like back in the days with another guy. When you see that, you know, okay, now it's possible. Because you see all these internet figures online, it's like another guy.
Because you don't know them personally. Right?
He goes to Dubai, rents a car, you know, has like a Rolex, or you say like a Datejust, starts flexing, and he tells you it's possible. It all looks fake, you know? So But when you see it from real close and from relatable, then you're like, all right, it's possible.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, man. And especially from Jari, great guy. And I know he's also like very working out with this new shit. This is very amazing to hear. But let me circle back to at first about like the scaffolding job, was right?
Yeah.
Scaffolding?
Yeah, scaffolding, yeah.
Yeah, so what would you say is the big difference? Because you were not poor when you were doing the job. It was mentally and physically very hard.
Mm-hmm.
But how much were you making? 4 or 5K a month or something, right?
Yeah, you make like 5K a month as a freelancer before taxes.
Yeah.
But it's decent.
But why would you then still go to dropshipping if you make 4 or 5K a month?
Because I always had a vision. I wanted to do stuff wherever I want, whatever and whenever. So I've always had this vision, like I want to make money online. I want to travel the world. I don't want to live in the Netherlands. I've always liked Dubai. I've been there a few times. And I remember walking there in the marina and I saw like those apartments. I was like, bro, I have to get one of those.
Yeah.
I have to live in there.
Yeah.
So that was always the mindset I had. Like, of course, scaffolding is nice for a bit, maybe a year. But if you're going to do that for like 40 more years, you're stuck. You're still stuck in the rat race, in the 9 to 5. And I've got goals that I want to accomplish, and I really can't accomplish them with just scaffolding or a regular life.
You felt stuck in a box.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And you know, even if you work 10 years more, maybe you'll make a few thousand or maybe maximum 10K, but that is not enough for the goals that you have. It's like,
exactly.
Wow. It's like, and the whole abundance, freedom and shit, that is like nothing compared to the money you can make with it. I mean, like the money is nice, but the freedom abundance is like so much better.
Yeah, exactly.
I always say this, like you can have the craziest job in the world, make all the money, but it's still not the same as if you're doing something online where you can work whenever you want and wherever you want, most importantly. Interesting. So, but that was very tough, that job, eh?
Yeah.
You told me.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
tough was it?
Bro, sometimes you gotta remember you're walking and lifting heavy metal stuff, metal frames, metal pipes. Got like even wooden planks that are 5 meter long. They aren't really light. I think they're all around 20-25 kg. And especially in the winter it's tough because here in the Netherlands it can be really cold.
Oh yeah.
So you're outside, it's freezing, it's snowing, you got like 5 layers of clothing on. And you know, it's sometimes really tough. You're stuck.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a mind game. I mean, you work like 8-9 hours a day. And if like after 2 hours, you're all wet, you're freezing, it's cold, you still have to work the whole day. So yeah, you just gotta push through.
Interesting. What kept you mentally going at the time? Because physically you just walk and go, but what is like, because if the mind's not there, like the physical is not gonna work, we all know it. But what kept you mentally still, like, you know, like going at that fucked up job?
Yeah, what mentally kept me going was purely the vision I had. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted always to have like e-commerce or a crypto business. So I was always like, okay, I need to get money so I can invest in myself. And that was the main goal always.
So why then, because you did crypto a bit and then now ecom, but why did you start crypto instead of dropshipping first? Because you started dropshipping first, failed, you tried crypto, you made it and then failed, and then dropshipping worked. Why do you think ecom then worked?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think I had some more knowledge, of course. I learned from the past, from my past mistakes, as well as Jari did good numbers. So now I really knew it was possible to see a close friend do numbers like that. Yeah. This time I invested in the mentorship, and I think that helped me a lot as well.
Interesting. So yeah, that is a very solid point. And would you advise even like beginners to do crypto instead of dropshipping in the beginning, or would you advise dropshipping before that?
Purely like investing based, you could start with crypto before. You know, it's not that hard. You just buy something and it goes up or down. Trading is a bit harder. I think e-commerce is easier than that because with trading, same with e-commerce, you have to put hours in. But with trading, you're gonna lose a little bit more money in the start, in my opinion, because like we have always a risk with e-commerce of losing money, but we keep it real tight. Yeah. You know, same with trading. You can have like a stop loss, but especially in the start, you're gonna lose money 100%. I mean, I've always seen it as more of learning money. I think if you have like a 10K budget, you're probably gonna waste 5K when you invest in crypto. And I mean, if you have like a 10K budget to start with e-commerce, maximum you will maybe waste 1 to 2K. But then you got a lot of knowledge, you've gained a lot of knowledge that will definitely help you further and make that money back real quick.
Yeah, in my podcast, I also said like something similar. I remember that the thing with crypto is you also have to, if you do spot trading at least, you have to like, you cannot basically do everything that you want. You need to wait for the market to move.
Yeah.
But with your own business, you have to control to make it move yourself.
100%. 100%. That's definitely true as well.
So, what would you say, like crypto or dropshipping beginning in your case? What do you think? Because you do both, and you started with crypto even before ecom.
Yeah. So I started with crypto.
You're a big believer in crypto because I'm also investing right now every month,
and it will do well. No financial advice. Either way, I started like in 2020 or something. I went into a bad coin. Nothing. It isn't the best coin, but just in general, crypto very bullish. But the thing is with crypto. Yeah, as I said, it's like you have to time the market. Or sorry, let me say it like this, that the market doesn't wait for you. It does whatever it wants to do something. And let's say that you have a goal that you want to reach X amount of money in a year because you want to maybe retire your parents or whatever. I'm more a strong believer that you need to invest that money first into a business that you can actually control. And then if you make profits, you can invest it into like something like crypto. And of course into your own business still. That's how I think about it.
Yeah, bro. I agree 100%. Yeah. That's really good.
1%, bro. So, why do you think that you managed to work it out in 2024 and not in 2019? You started 2019.
Yeah.
Dropshipping. Failed and now finally it worked. Why now?
I think as well as in 2019, it was mostly just YouTube videos. But not a lot like these days. Now everybody's more open about everything. Back in the days, everybody was trying to sell their course or something like that. So they gave you some knowledge about it all on the YouTube videos, but not like the real golden nuggets you needed to succeed really in it. Now definitely that changed. Got a lot of knowledge from Jari, from the mentorship as well. I think that really made a big impact on why it would work this time, and my mindset as well. Because that changed a lot in those 4 years.
What in the mindset exactly changed? Because you talk about the vision. But what else changed in your mindset?
Yeah, back then I was like still 19, 20, just dropped out of college. I had a plan, but not like a concrete plan. Now I have like a way more concrete plan. I know what I want to do and I know how to get there. So that's one of the things that massively changed. Just be like, set some real good goals for yourself that you know you can accomplish, and also like a bit crazy goals because those are also good to set. That's most of it.
So what would you say in terms of mindset that the whole Staffel job help you to become this person you're right now?
I think definitely to push through. As I said before, you're working long days, it's freezing. Yeah, the willpower. Because you're outside the whole day and it's freezing, you got to push through. Yeah. I mean, eventually it's gonna become 4 or 5 p.m. and you're finished. But during the work, you just gotta push through, even if it's tough. As well as e-commerce, sometimes can be really tough, especially in the beginning. But you gotta remember what your goals are, the vision you have, and just go push through it.
Very much agreed, bro. I remember I had like this pizza delivery job and shit, bro. Back in the days, it's nowhere as tough as you had, and I was also obviously making way less money because it's less of a tough job and whatever, and way easier. But it's like you kind of feel like you're in the machine all the time.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, what is there more out there? It doesn't feel limitless. Do you also notice that if you put your time in something that is not limitless, it doesn't feel like worth doing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of get it. Like, yeah.
With ecom, if you find a winner, you can scale it to 10K a day, like million a month. And if you find a new product, you can even like double it, for example. And like with a job, it's like, all right,
there's always a limit.
I'm making 1.7K a month. In 10 years, if I become a senior, I'll make maybe 5K a month. Yeah. It's like
not worth it.
Yeah,
you know what's possible with e-commerce. You know to what level you can grow to. And with like a regular job, you're always gonna be stuck in the same mindset, same money. You're never really gonna grow.
Yeah,
it's a life hack.
If you like the way that it currently is, then it's good to have like a job, right? But many people, they have goals and that exceeds what they can achieve with their current 9 to 5.
Yeah, definitely. It depends per person. Like if you have a vision like Bas had, for example, like of course you're going to get out of it and then go crazy. You're very right about that. So how much time did it take for you when you started in 2024 again from ground zero with the money you made from this like the staffing job to doing ecom again? You invest some money in the mentorship, thus, and then you also obviously like an ecom and ads. How much time did it take for you to, like, let's say, have your first like 1K a day, or like you saw some profits? You were like, all right, now I can kind of quit my job.
Yeah, to my first 1K a day took maybe like around a month, so 4 or 5 weeks. It's quite okay. And I've always said to myself, I'm only gonna quit my job if I make a minimum of 2 times the income I have with ecom, because I don't want to lose money. Of course, you get the freedom if you quit scaffolding, but if you only make like 2K a month in profit,
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it, because eventually, even when you work a job, you've always got you get used to spending the money you earn. You know. So I was like, okay, I need to earn at least 2 times the money I make from scaffolding, and that's when I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so what would you say was for you the biggest successes you've had so far in ecom? Like the biggest W's, we always say, biggest wins.
My biggest win was probably last Saturday. I had my personal record as 9K a day.
9K in a day?
Yeah, 9K in a day. That was really nice.
Very interesting. That's very good.
But the thing is, it felt good, you know. You get a record like 9K a day. It's crazy. But I don't know why. You feel good about it, but then the moment you have it, you look at it and you're like, nah, I need to go higher. You're always hungry for more. That's the problem. That's maybe a little bit of a problem.
You work so hard for it, and when you have it, it's like, okay, whatever. But there's still shit. I need to go even higher, because you compare yourself at first with some guys. When you hit it, you're like, oh, then you start to compare yourself with other guys who are even higher level. You had it as well.
Yeah, of course.
You get pissed.
Yeah, really pissed.
Yeah, bro. Like Omid had like sleepless nights in the last few days, right?
Yeah,
we're pissed.
I told it like in the podcast with Rick.
Yeah, bro. It's good shit, bro.
It's good. It's healthy.
So
it's kind of healthy.
Yeah, it's kind of healthy sometimes. But what was like the biggest fucked up shit you went through, like in the whole journey to coming here now? Like the biggest fucked up shit.
Yeah. So I think after I lost all my money with NFTs, I went broke. I quit college for the last time. I didn't work that much back then. I didn't see my friends as well a lot, because I was always grinding the NFTs. Had some personal things going on. My grandfather died. So yeah, I came in like a small negative spiral. Not getting depressed or something like that, not like that. But you know, all those things, those stack up, and then eventually, time will heal all wounds. You know, you gotta push through, and then you'll come back way stronger.
Interesting. Okay, that's what would you say was the hardest of those, like mentally, and how did you like kind of fix it to keep yourself like keep going? Like what kept you really going there?
I think back then I felt a bit alone, because I've always doing my own thing. As I said before, I didn't see my friends that much, so I felt a bit alone. I just started working again in the scaffolding. Got some friends, went together with friends, do some fun stuff. So yeah, that really helped.
So what in life, besides this kind of stuff, makes you feel like more chill? What do you like? Like what do you do to like really relax in life? What do you do?
Well, first of all, go to the gym, of course. I think that's really important for your mindset. Since like 6 months, I've also been doing kickboxing. It's also really good for me. And I go to the sauna now a few times a week, and I really enjoy doing that.
For how long do you sit in the sauna? 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I can sit a little bit longer, but most of the times I go like, because of the gym I go to have like 3 saunas, a Finnish sauna, a steam bed, and an infrared sauna. Yeah, so I mostly do like 10-15 minutes in each.
Bro, what do you do to relax? I never asked you. What do you do in your free time? You're also like working 24/7, either helping the program or running your own shit, your stores.
You know what's funny? The thing is, I don't even relax too much. I know it's not good, but when I relax, it's I either just game. I sometimes just start my PlayStation. I play UFC 4 a lot. Recently.
Nice.
Like when I just want to relax. Besides that, just spend some time with my family or girlfriend. And of course, sports also important. I do boxing. Must be more consistent, I can say that, but boxing is also a really good way to just fighting sports in general,
it's good.
to really relax. So these are my forms of relaxation.
Yeah.
Does your girlfriend sometimes get pissed? About, for example, that you're like working all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
normal, eh?
Yeah. We
That's
also
life.
Yeah,
we also
that's
had a
life.
talk like once, that I need to find like more balance, if you remember, like work-life balance, like a few months ago.
Work-life balance doesn't even exist.
I had like a call with Faruk like a few months ago, like a one-on-one call together, and we just talked about work-life balance because, my girlfriend was just getting pissed off that I didn't like spend too much time with her, and I totally agree with her.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
building your
just
business.
really just like a workaholic,
Yeah, of
I still
course.
have a lot of things to like improve on myself. I just be really honest with it.
Yeah, it's important to have a balance.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's also
100%.
important to work on your business, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, 100%.
That balance might be sometimes a bit tough to find, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting. Yeah, bro, that's like the balance. I don't think you're ever gonna find any balance, bro. I think sometimes it's hard to. I mean, I always talk like health, wealth, love, happiness, status all the time, right? But it's you want to level up in all these fields, but it's you have these phases. You have sometimes the health phase, and then you have the wealth phase where you make more money than the other month before. Or you're more focused, and then you spend more time with family. But yeah, the balance is really key. But finding it is I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not sure if it really exists, but who knows? So, what was in terms of ecom, right? So, and by the way, guys, we're gonna go into so much more value. This is just the beginning about what kind of stores he's running, and you name it. So stay watching. I want to ask you, like, what is in terms of like ecom, like your biggest obstacles? Not in mindset and shit we spoke about it, but more about like ecom that you've seen so far.
To be consistent, especially in the beginning, while I was still working my 9 to 5.
Yeah,
I come back home around 4 or 5 p.m. all exhausted. Put a little bit of work into my business, then go eat, go to the gym, then go put a bit of work in the business again. And yeah, I had to, because I was doing like a heavy job, I had to get a good night of sleep. I can't go to the work like with only like 5-6 hours of sleep. It's always a dangerous work. You can fall off the scaffold. So that wasn't that smart to do. So yeah, I just try to be as consistent as possible. But sometimes it's really hard, especially when times are tough, when you're testing and nothing really hit. But yeah, just push through and try to be so consistent as possible.
So how did you make sure that you were not avoiding the work because the magic comes from there?
Yeah.
How did you make sure that you were doing it?
Yeah, sometimes it was tough. To be honest, sometimes I skipped working a day as well if I really didn't feel like it. But I try to do as much as possible just because I had the vision, I had the mindset. It all comes back to that. You're hungry for success, you're hungry for more. And yeah, then you can go watch YouTube or something, go lay on bed, go chill, grab some food, some chips or something, but there's nothing gonna change. And if you really want to change your life, you gotta change your habits as well.
I agree. So what is like your take on courses and mentorships? You've been in mentorship with us, you still are obviously, but what is like your take on it? How do you go about it?
I think it's good, especially in the beginning. You can find a lot of information on YouTube, but everybody says something different, and for everybody something different works. So I've bought one course before from Samuel Onua. It was I think 3 years ago as well.
Yeah, Samuel G.
Yeah, he's a real G. He motivates me a lot these days as well. Yeah. I really enjoy watching him. Yeah, but yeah, back then that was the motivation to start my own brand with the watches. But yeah, I was broke, so I couldn't really push on with that. And now the motivation I had to buy a mentorship was just to get you make an investment in yourself and in the program. So you have to make it work. You have to go all in. I think, in my opinion, one of the worst things you can do as a man in this world is to make a promise for yourself that you're gonna make it with this mentorship and go all in, and then to not perform. I mean, if you can't even trust yourself in this world, it's gonna be a very tough world to live in my opinion.
That's a good one. If you can't even trust yourself, it's gonna be a very hard world to live in. Bro, how you say, bro, to be honest, I wish I had a button here where I could drop and say boom, banger, banger.
Like the soundboard.
Yeah, bro, banger, bro. What the fuck, bro? That was a very interesting one. Crazy shit. Yeah, man, we talked about before about course mentorships and stuff, and as well our take on it. But Omid, I actually really want to ask you, because you're really consistent in the work, helping the students, and you name it. How do you stay consistent and stay focused? Because what I can see if somebody is focused or not is that if I message somebody, if I don't get a message in a few minutes, I know this person is not dialed in the normal hours between 9 a.m., 7, 8, 10. The exceptional ones, they will even respond to 11, 12. OMADs like that. Boom, respond. Even if we talk about bullshit, if it's about how to improve the fulfillment of the program to help people even better, or if we talk about his stores or like our stores to, scale harder, how do you stay so consistent? Like what's going on in your mind, bro?
Biggest reason for me is purpose. So everyone that lacks purpose, you would immediately also see that like in their actions, how consistent they are. So for me, the biggest reason that I can stay so consistent is basically because of my purpose. So I already know if I keep on going like this, I can achieve X results because of money. Money is of course not everything, but it's a tool to basically give you more freedom and just take you wherever you want to go with life. And for example, like retiring your parents and these things. So basically your why is the biggest reason for me why I can stay so consistent. And then afterwards, I just make a goal from I know I can make this with ecom, for example. So I find first like what's the business model, how can I achieve this? All right, I know. Then I make like a goal from in order to achieve my goals, I need to make so much and so much in terms of revenue, profit, whatever. And then I'll just break it down into like steps, like daily tasks. So like I won't stop until I've achieved my daily tasks for the day, and of course also for the week, for the month. And that's basically how I just get going.
Interesting. The purpose, the why is so fucking important, bro.
Yeah,
really.
Definitely is.
What is your biggest why?
I just want to work wherever, whenever, and whatever.
Abundance, freedom.
Yeah, I just want to do whatever I want, wherever and whenever. I don't want to go to a job. I don't want to get told what I have to do. Mm-hmm. If I want to go to Bali next month, I want to go there again.
Yep.
Like that, and still make money.
Mm-hmm.
No more stijgers bouwen.
No more scaffolding. No more scaffolding.
Scaffolding, brother.
Scaffolding.
Fuck that shit, bro.
Nah, it was fun, but that's past my.
Interesting.
It's finished.
So let's now jump into the technical side of dropshipping.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're gonna do 6 figures this month in revenue.
Yes.
It's gonna be a record.
Yep.
But tell me more about. Let's start at first with the basics. What market are you selling in and why?
Right now I'm selling in Germany, in the German market. So that's Germany, Austria and Switzerland. And I just started out in Australia with New Zealand included as well.
And why those markets?
Those are big markets. A lot of people that can buy your product. So that's always good. I mean, you can go for a smaller market like Denmark, for example. But I think to scale really high, it's better to go to the bigger markets.
Exactly. The bigger markets were way less saturated than, for example, US.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, very good one. And which payment methods are you using?
Right now, only credit card and PayPal.
Credit card and PayPal. Interesting. That's very good. So, how do you make sure that your PayPal stays strong? Because you told me you have a low dispute rate, even though you're selling lots of fashion, which you will get later on to. But how do you keep your PayPal account strong? A lot of people wonder this.
Yeah, so it's always important if you have disputes to react to them almost immediately. Try to clear them out as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. Also, get if people got complaints or they want to get a refund or something, send it back. Be with your customer service. Be on it. Don't let those emails just be. React to them as soon as possible as well. That's really important because first, most people will contact you on your email from the business and ask about things. And if you skip them, they'll probably go to PayPal afterwards. And then you get a higher dispute rate as well.
So, so you're selling in Germany, you're selling in Australia, but which kind of way are you dropshipping? There's so many ways you can do. Mm-hmm. People talk about it all the time. What kind of store do you have?
Yeah, so Germany is more a niche store. That started as like a regular fashion store. Now it's more niche down in the sub-niche in fashion. And in Australia, I take it with a whole different approach. I'm doing that one with a business partner of me. He has like a big brand already on bol.com, so he has more knowledge about branding. Mm-hmm. That's why we started the store together with a more branded approach. So we get thank you cards for the customers. We get custom packaging. Gonna do photo shoots as well with some models to give that overall more branded feeling. I think that's really important these days.
Bro, the shit you talk about, the thank you cards, this is what most motherfuckers are getting wrong about dropshipping. They think they can just open a random store, run up some ads, rip shit, and go all and scale hard. And they see it in a way different way than actually running a business. And I say it all the time. I'm not here to glorify any shit, bro. I'm here to tell the real story, real shit about how it goes. So he says it, he shows it, he has the numbers, and I like to interview, like, how to say, like these kind of people. He's running a dropshipping store, has like thank you cards, and you name it. He thinks about this shit, and he knows how important it is to run a normal business. You know. So, like, how many employees do you have right now?
Just one, only
Just
customer
one.
service.
It's enough, eh?
Yeah. For me, it's enough. Yeah.
Do you want to hire? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, how did you find that customer service?
Because of you, you remember? It was because of you.
Oh, I shared it?
Yeah, you shared it to me. You asked in the program, yo, does someone need a VA?
Oh, yeah.
So I hit you up.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
But back in the NFT times, I also had like 2 VAs to grind Discords. So I already knew like onlinejobs.ph you can use, because Philippines people are like, they're goated.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
they're really good.
In the program I said, because my VA, she had like a friend who was searching for a job. So I helped like my VA, her friend out.
Yeah. And she still works for me like 6 months later.
Nice.
She's doing a good job.
She's from the Philippines.
Yeah. Philippines people are the best.
Yeah,
you know, they speak English really good. They got good work ethics. They really want to work.
And how many hours a day does she work, and how much do you pay her?
So I told her to work like around 4 hours a day, but she gets it done like in 1.5, 2 hours. And then she sends me, like at the end of the month, she sent me a whole sheet with the amount of hours she worked. Yeah, I said to do 4 hours a day, but sometimes she just fills in like 2.
So
I give her 4 euros an hour.
So you said last week your record day was 9K in a day. So
Yeah.
you're doing like around, let's say 9K per day. And she only works 2 hours per day with the customer service.
Yeah, she's quick. I gave her like all the sheets.
That's really good.
That's actually good, bro. That's really good, bro.
But I probably those amount for before that I didn't do like 9K. It was around 5-6K a day. Still decent.
But still, that's really
so
nice.
yeah, she gets it done real quick. You know, I got her like a whole PDF with a lot of basic questions from the customer, so she can just answer them real fast.
Nice. And how much do you pay her?
4 euros an hour. And sometimes I give a little bonus if she does good. You know, you gotta keep them happy.
Yeah. And regarding the disputes, do you still solve them yourself, or do you also have someone for that?
Yeah, because I have a low dispute rate, I'm still able to do it on myself. But at first I did the refunds myself as well, but now I let her do that as well.
Nice.
And I think, of course, later down the line, I'm gonna give more. I'm gonna let her do more things. Dispute as well and other things.
Yeah, in my VA, who is her friend basically, she also just started as customer service, but she later on also learned how to do disputes. So if you train her, you can also let her do that.
Yeah, but 100%. And she's already experienced, because sometimes she asked me like, "Yo, sir, do I need to do some refunds for you or disputes?" I'm already experienced.
Nice.
I know how to do it. So it was a real good confirmation for me. Like, okay, I gotta keep this one happy.
I gave him an A player.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Bro.
Interesting. Yeah, that is like so interesting. That is like the power of these being in the right circles, bro.
100%.
Yeah,
bro. Like, believe me, it's not easy to find a good A player, like you said, who's just honest, tells, I genuinely work 2 hours, not 4 hours. Bro, it's so fucking hard to find.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking times I've been scammed, bro?
Yeah.
But just these dipshits, you know, doing some stupid shit while working. Do you use any time tracker or some stuff?
No, not even.
I would recommend you.
I wanted to start it, but she was always being honest with, I only work 1 hour, 1.5 hours, so I never really dig deeper into that.
Okay.
But I think if I'll probably hire more people, then I'll definitely take a look at it.
Yeah, like you're gonna hire more people definitely in the upcoming weeks and stuff, because you've been more scaling. Probably one more customer service rep, probably as well a product lister and stuff. So, but yeah, they will come.
Which tool do you recommend for our tracking?
We recommend HubStuff. That's very good. HubStuff. It's quite cheap, $10 a month or $20 a month.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good. We've been using that like for years now. So that's very nice. But let me ask this in terms of product research, right? So in terms of store, you have a fashion store in both markets. How do you do product research? How do you find winning products?
Yeah, so the first winning product I had, I was just looking on the Facebook ad library. You can find keywords there like 50% or free shipping, all those basic dropshipping keywords. Then you also can select a country. I mostly did the USA. And then I filter on active ads, of course. And like I've always wanted to see only the ads that were live for like a minimum of 5 days. So, for example, if somebody put an ad live yesterday, I don't want to see it, because everybody can test a product for 1 or 2 days and can still be shit. So that was one of my first winner. I also tried the the spy tools like Dropship.io, all those things. They are all decent, but I think still the best is just the Facebook ad library.
And this is with the product page, right? You started first with the general
store?
store?
Yeah. So I just started with a normal fashion store, tried normal product pages and that was with this. And then I saw some collection doing good numbers. So I was like, okay, well, I've got a winner. Let me try to find more products of this and make a collection out of it. So I was also looking at the Facebook ad library, couldn't really find that much products. So I just went on AliExpress, search for the product. For example, if you sell dresses, you can type in dresses, of course, and then filter on orders. You see all the products that are doing good numbers. And what I did then was, you see all those suppliers there as well. So I went to the stores and I looked at the suppliers if they were only selling, for example, fashion or selling like all type of stuff, because a lot of suppliers, they sell like gadgets, home decor, like everything. Skip those mostly, but it's always good to just check them out. You never know what you can find. But yeah, back to the fashion stores on AliExpress. Those are really interesting, especially if they're niche down. So for example, they only sell dresses, because those Chinese suppliers, they know what's selling in China. They do good numbers as well. They know what's now popular, so they're gonna sell those products as well. What you can do, you go to the store, you can filter them on orders, and then it's good to look at products that have like a minimum of a few hundred orders, so like 200-300 minimum. And what's most important, to look at the reviews. You want products that have a lot of reviews with a minimum rating of 4.7. Then the quality is good. So yeah, that's what you can do. And always what you can do to validate the store, on AliExpress, you can always find on the store page the amount of orders they shipped out last month. So if you see they shipped out over 10,000 orders last month, they're making money. So they probably have some products that are doing good numbers.
That's really interesting.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, the AliExpress research. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Bros dropping bangers.
Boom.
So basically, to summarize it, you started as a general.
Yeah.
You had the general fashion store. Just product pages, just doing whatever works. You saw that a specific kind of product worked. You tried finding it on Ads Library, you couldn't find. You went to AliExpress, and there you did validation based off the criteria you just gave.
Yeah, and then I just added some more products I found, and being that way, like I tested like maybe 10, 20 of those, and like 4 of those became winners as well.
And like in a collection already, or for?
Yeah, then I already did collection.
Oh yeah, nice. On the same store, or did you?
Same store.
Nice.
Interesting, bro. Dropshipping, bro. Imagine, just like these methods. There's always something new. There's always some new shit I learned. I didn't even know about this method. Maybe some long years ago I tried AliExpress research.
Yeah, it was from back in the days.
Yeah, but I can't even, but this is like, again, like a different way. There's always new shit that I'm learning. Very interesting. So that's nice. And you have a very unique Facebook strategy, because you do Facebook ads only, right?
Yeah.
Facebook ads only. Tell us about the way that you are advertising. How do you go about the ads, and also about the creatives? How do you test? Please explain.
Yeah, so in the start I just did regular CBOs, all broad, no target interesting, only target the country you're selling in and change the language to that native language. Tested with those, then put my collections with CBOs as well. That worked good. But yeah, eventually after a few months that died out a bit. And then starting this month, I had a talk with Jari. He gave me some new strategies to try, so I tried them out, and they're working good. So what I did this month, I just start with one Advantage Plus campaign, put all the winning creatives I already had from the past months in it, and also send it out to my collection page. With the creatives, it's very easy. You can just use AliExpress pictures as well. Don't overcomplicate the images. I made the most amount of money with just a regular AliExpress image that was looking ugly, like real ugly. I never thought I would make that amount of money with such a normal picture.
Yeah, bro. It's interesting.
Same for you guys, right?
Bro, it's same for us. Like maybe I should even get my brother as well here. 1 second. Wacht, ik ga even mijn broer erbij. Ik ga even roepen. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm gonna get my brother in here. He has also some crazy good questions to ask to Bas as well. And some golden nuggets to drop. Like I'm always on the screen, being the guru, whatever, talking, Matrix. No, I'm kidding, but what's up?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, great. So Faruk just said, like, hop in the call, hop in the pod, and let's get deeper into detail.
Yeah, sure.
About how you're actually scaling it.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into really scaling, What's your testing strategy?
So yeah, I started testing with like regular CBOs back in the days, like within product pages. All broad, no interest targeting, only set the country you're selling in as well as the native language there.
Yeah.
So keep it all simple. Try that as well with the collection page in the beginning. That worked well for me. But now I'm doing this month a little bit different. So I had it 3-4 weeks ago. I had a chat with Jari. He gave me some new knowledge, some new strategies to test out. So yeah, I did like Advantage Plus campaign.
Yeah.
Also all broad targeting, only target the country you're selling in. You've then one ad set, nothing to change on it, and put all the winning creatives I had from the past couple of months. I put in there. I would recommend to start like a minimum of 10. And this time I used something different. This was also new for me. I tried using cost caps. So that was a bit interesting. And as well, that's my main campaign I have running. And on the side I have an ABO where I test the creatives in. So like a regular ABO, also same, no interest targeting.
So you're testing in your first phase, you're testing it, the creatives, all the new creatives in the ABO.
Yes, exactly.
And from the ABO, you're taking it and putting it in your Advantage Plus campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
So to clarify it more for the people who are also watching, taking the campaigns, the best performing creatives from the ABO, putting it in the Advantage Plus.
Yeah. And then I put them off in the ABO, so they don't compete with each other.
And you put them off in the ABO. Even though they are performing good in the ABO, you're putting it off and let it run an Advantage Plus campaign.
Because what I've seen, if they perform good in the ABO, they also perform good in the Advantage Plus.
Interesting. Really nice approach. This is like the first topic Bas and I were talking about.
Yeah.
When we're outside, like, bro, how you're scaling. Like, when you're more advanced and more in the game, you're more likely going to talk about only ads, and backend as well. I don't know if you've dived already in the backend with Farouk, but we'll definitely get there as well. Interesting, very interesting. But what we're also hearing, and I don't know if you haven't tested, I've tested, but have you also tested skipping the ABOs and only testing Advantage Plus?
No, not yet. I might try to deep more into that.
Interesting.
I think it's really interesting as well. Because Facebook knows especially with the Advantage Plus, Facebook knows which creative they need to use to get sales. So if the creative is not performing that well at this moment, they won't spend anything. But it could happen, of course, that in a few weeks, that creative that now doesn't get a lot of spend or get no sales performs randomly good. So it's always good to leave all the creatives in the Advantage Plus. I never delete them out of it.
All right. Isn't it very attractive to keep the good performing creative on in the ABO instead of putting it off?
I don't know, for what happened now to me, it worked now. I might just try it because why not, of course. But I keep the testing on a low budget as well, like regular 50 euros. Nothing too crazy, just to test the creatives.
Nice. There's your testing budget for
creative.
each new creative. Like, what's very interesting for everyone as well watching, Facebook does the work for Bas. When you go for Advantage Plus, you give Facebook more power to spend your budget and divide it across the audience you want to spend it through. Because what's Bas doing, he's only having 2 campaigns on. First one is the ABO, and the second one the Advantage Plus. Yeah. What's happening, Facebook is optimizing all the ads way better. Instead of what most people do, they test bunch of new campaigns. Every product gets a new campaign, and you're just having 2 campaigns, letting it optimize, only adding new creatives in the ABO, duplicating it to the Advantage Plus. Crazy ass approach. I think this is like one of the best topics we could be talking about for people doing 100k plus a month.
100%.
It's simple, Keep it simple. That's really important.
Which market?
Germany and Australia.
Germany and Australia. Collection pages.
Collection page only.
The way to go.
It's really nice. I've had the same collection running for over 6 months now. And it's not even a big collection, only like 20, 25-ish products.
Yeah. What are the top niches to use in the collection pages?
I think it's good for example, like dresses. Dresses always is a good one. Skirts. Summer is coming up. Skirts are always good. Shoes as well. Sandals.
All orthopedic, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Orthopedic, always good. But yeah, really, for now, as summer is coming up, try to niche it down a bit, Don't go for
swimwear and stuff.
Swimwear also could work, especially.
We've actually done swimwear, right, Farouk?
Winners, eh?
Yeah.
I tried it as well. It didn't really work that good for me.
We did quite good, but at some point we skipped it because we saw way more potential in other markets and other approaches. So we were like, let's put more focus on the way better performing markets and approaches instead of this. So we skipped it. It's also something very interesting to do as well. Said the same to Omet and Bas. It's always hard to skip something which is not really performing good. And at the other end, some new stuff perform good. So it's way better to switch your focus, your team, all efforts to the things that hit way better. That's very important. All right, what's the biggest golden nugget you could give us about this approach?
Keep it
Not
simple.
only the ads, but in general.
Yeah,
ecom.
just keep it simple. A lot of people really overcomplicate things. It's not that hard, just keep it simple with everything, like building your store. I've been there as well. In the start in 2019, I've did like maybe 4 weeks about one store. It's way too long. That doesn't even matter that much. We've all seen the stores doing crazy numbers that really looked like they wouldn't perform at all. So yeah, keep it simple with product research as well. If you see products that are doing good, you validate them. Just try them out. Worst case, you lose a bit of money, maybe maximum of $20. Best case, you got a winner. You can make a lot more of that.
Exactly. That's like a very important thing you're saying as well. Good nuggets, by the way. Yeah. Like a lot of people complaining about, I've tested 100 products, 200, 300, 400 products. It didn't hit quite good. To be honest, 100 products is already a lot. But most people always forget in the road from 0 to 100 products, you're already hitting some C winners, B winners, which are already bringing in some cash. So you won't be 100% unprofitable. And the moment you hit a winner, like 1 or 2 on 100 products, which sounds very bad, but if it's a winner, a killer, you're still extremely profitable. Especially in the big markets. Like you could confirm it, right? Australia.
100%. Australia's really good. Doing records now each day there, so that's good.
Yeah. What are you gonna hit today?
I think I hope we did like 5K. We were like 4.5K euro before the pod, so maybe I've hit the goal today, but I don't know. Otherwise, it's gonna be next week for sure. Because we started that store like 3-4 weeks ago, so it's really nice that already doing really good numbers. Yesterday, that 7,500 Australian dollar.
Yeah.
So yeah, soon 10K Australian dollar days there.
That's really good, man.
And then eventually, if that goes good, like we're steady on 3 to 5K euros a day, we want to expand to USA to try to take over there a bit, get a piece of the cake as well.
The bigger markets, huh?
The bigger markets, yeah, but
get the bigger cake.
I mean, for beginners, I would definitely start with like just the European markets. Less competition, a bit more easy. If you're more advanced, you can definitely try to hit on the bigger markets.
You have Afterpay, by the way?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe I need to get it.
Yeah, it's also like very interesting for payment methods for when you sell dresses, woman-related products. Afterpay is a very, very important payment method. Very famous. Like in these kind of countries, how many months have you been in the program now?
8.
8 months.
8 months, yeah.
How did the program help you get to this level?
And they helped me in a lot way. Back then, Jari was the coach there. He helped me in a good way, of course. Now Omet as well and Ali, all the other coaches are doing a really good job. You guys both as well. If you have questions, for me it's always I want to fix things on my own. But if I really couldn't get the answer, I would hop in the program, hop in the call, ask something, or ask in the general chat. And everybody wants to help everybody, so that's always nice. If you have a problem, like within 10 minutes, like 2-3 people already try to answer it.
The general chat, right?
Yeah, the general chat with everybody in it.
The community is really active.
Yeah, it's good. See it every day. It's happy.
Well, me and my brother Omet also sees it. We've talked about it as well. Like every morning when you wake up with a new problem.
Yeah.
You have problem A, someone else pops up in the morning having problem C. Yeah, being shared in the same chat. I think that's like one of the biggest benefits.
Yeah, definitely.
When you bring everyone together, everyone is facing different kind of problems. It's getting solved in the same chat, in the same community, same area, and you have access to it.
Yeah, that's good, especially in the beginning. If you have a question or you don't know something, you can just type in the Discord, in the chat, and it will pop up all the text from like way back. And there's always somebody who had the same question before that was just starting out as well. And that way you can get so much knowledge.
It pushes you further as well. What's the biggest problem you had which got solved in the program? The biggest bottleneck. You were like, I really need to solve this?
To be honest, I didn't really have that big of a problem right now that I'm like, oh, I really need to solve this. But yeah, maybe last week because I was scaling a bit.
You've had.
Yeah,
I know.
I
You've
know.
You've had.
PayPal.
You've had big problems.
I've had big problems.
You can't say you can't have.
But yeah, PayPal was a bit of pain of the ass. I scaled a bit too hard, and like for every account, they start with like a 16K budget that you can withdraw each month. They set a limit for every account in the beginning, and after that, your money gets on the hold. So I got a hold of like 3 weeks, and it was a bit annoying, of course, because I was scaling hard. My credit card was maxed out already, and I still needed to pay some ads. So yeah, I just went on a call with them, asked for possibilities.
On a call or message center, and then phone call, right?
Yeah, phone call. Yeah. So yeah, I got on the call with them, and mostly because I knew my dispute rate was low on PayPal. Because if you have a high dispute rate, I wouldn't recommend it because it can go either way. Your limit can go higher, but also can go lower. That's what the guy also said to me. He also knew that I was dropshipping. He said, yeah, you don't have to answer it. But of course, if like payment providers ask something like that, it's always best to just be clear about it. Say, yeah, I'm dropshipping because that's what you do. They know it as well. So now my ad account got a limit of 100K a month I can withdraw. But they keep like from every transaction 10% for a few months. But that's decent.
For a few months? How many days?
90 days.
90 days,
90 days.
usually. And okay, that's good.
But now, like,
That's pretty fine.
they still keep like a reserve of the amount of money that was on hold. But they up the limit to 100K. So now every payment that comes in through PayPal, I can instantly cash out again.
You have
so
good
that's
terms.
nice.
That's good. Like, it's pain in the ass.
Yeah,
you
of
still
course.
have 10% on reserve. But 90 days, you're able to withdraw your money, which is very good for your cash flow. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, this PayPal, when I hear PayPal, most people say, think about the front end. But I'm thinking more likely about the back end. What's going on? Because we've also talked about it before the pod. You can only scale hard from your back end, not even from your front end. Because when you're only going to focus on the front end, push more volume in products, stack stores, enter more countries, but you don't focus on your back end, which me and my brother made. We made this mistake all the way in the beginning. You will go down because what's the key point? The payment processing. When that goes down, your consistency will go down. When your backend is solid and able to fix your dispute rates, have it on a stable level, you'll be able to scale. Most people don't see this. What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, it's really important. As you said before, you're not able to scale that high. So if you get disputes, try to solve them immediately. Try contact the customers to fix it maybe on another way. Before I was selling in the Dutch market as well at Klarna. Klarna also is a pain in the ass sometimes with the disputes. But yeah, try to keep them as low as possible. That's really important.
Yeah. Great. What's your biggest advice you can give to young entrepreneurs or starters, people getting new into the e-com space of general dropshipping? What's the advice you can give them?
Yeah, just keep it simple and keep going. I mean, for beginners especially, it's not that hard. We've all shown that it works.
No.
People still say, "Oh, dropshipping is dead 2024." Well, we're living proof it isn't.
Exactly.
So yeah, just keep going. You know what your vision is. You know what you want. Never give up. That really is, especially during the tough times. Everybody goes through it in the beginning, but those are the moments you really have to push through. Because for a lot of people, I heard stories that the moment they really wanted to quit, but they just went going for that 1 to 2 week more, that's when they found their first winner and made all the money they lost back.
Yep.
And then you got confirmation for yourself on, damn, it really works. And then you go like a plane. It just goes crazy.
Exactly.
And for the stars, I can imagine they would like a practical step plan. So if you had to say like how to exactly start, what would you tell them?
Yeah, if you really got no knowledge yet, first of all, you can do is always watch YouTube. Loads of good videos on YouTube that got a lot of knowledge in it. Just build your store, look at people, try to make their store as well. You know, copy them. With Facebook ads, look at the active ad library from people. Test products out. It's not that hard. Just copy everything. That's mostly what we do. Copy.
And a lot of testing, huh?
Yeah, a lot of testing, a lot of copying.
Yeah, biggest mistakes people are also making. We've also had it as well in the beginning. Yeah. When you start, you think you win more than you lose.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Totally not the case. Guys, just already be prepared for everyone that wants to get started. You'll be testing a lot and failing a lot before you will really get your first big W.
Just keep going. Gotta keep going.
Exactly. We're hitting the end of the pod. I'm gonna ask both of you, and then I'm gonna end with myself. What's the conclusion out of this pod? What can you advise people in these times before they step into general dropshipping? Your biggest advice you can give them. You can keep it short.
Simplicity skills, 2 words. Really. Simplicity skills in everything. With your website, product research, Facebook ads. Keep it as simple as possible. And don't overcomplicate it.
Omet.
I'm always very practical. So what I would say is if you really just start out, your loan cash flow, whatever, maybe you already have a good cash flow, is I'm always a fan of like following one specific person to not like be like all blown out with all the different infos because everyone skills their own way, and try just following how that person does it, follow their steps and try achieving success the way that they achieved it. So for example, get a mentor, who can help you with that. That's my biggest tip. And if you're low on cash flow, save up some money first, working a job, and then just get in the trenches and just test a lot. You will definitely not get, maybe you will, low chance, but you will not get like your big first W at the beginning. But eventually, if you keep on going, it will come for sure, 100%.
Good one. We'll end up with mine. Biggest advice, keep pushing. Very small, but surround yourself with people that made the mistakes before for you. That's the biggest thing. Me and my brother as well in the beginning. You too as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've got you out of a lot of problems as well. Yeah. Why? Surround yourself with people that made the mistakes before for you for the second time and can advise and push you further. When you're getting to a next level, get more generational wealth or anything. You'll get access to more networks, which will push you further. Make sure you get surrounded by that. Make sure you join the mentorship, guys, the program, everything. So we can push everything further. Faruk's coming in as well now.
Thank you very much for the value, brother.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, bro.
Close to my brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, brother. So we're not done yet, guys. Big shout out to my brother.
Big shout out to Fatih.
Ecom Fatih, bro. Insane. Yeah, man. Thank you. So it's been almost like longer than an hour or something, but before we're gonna end this pod, I want to first talk about the core values, shit that I learned in life that applies. I believe will help everybody in life. You guys know I live by the 5 pillars of life, which is health, wealth, love, happiness, and status. So what is the kind of shit that not only made me more money in life, but just genuinely improved my life in all facets? I'm gonna read out 45 once. Are you guys ready or not? We did this one on the last pod, so listen up. These are the Ecom Legends protocol, and this is the shit that I also live by, and I'm 1% sure it's going to help you as well. Number 1, retire your parents. Number 2, total abundance. Number 3, don't give a shit about what anybody says. Number 4, peace over war. Number 5, don't show emotion. Number 6, emotion is a sign of weakness. Number 7, hire graduates. They are used to working under authority and group and under a team. Number 8, the music you consume is what you are and what you believe. Number 9, dating a bunch of women is useless. Number 10, live simple, think big. Number 11, haters are imaginary. Number 12, lift yourself up. Number 12, never lift yourself up by talking shit about others. Number 13, drink espressos. Number 14, drink a bunch of water and sparkling water. Number 15, eat once a day. Number 16, fast every day till 2-3 p.m. Number 17, listening to 50 Cent classics will make you hella rich. Number 18, have an old money and new money mentor. Number 19, imposter syndrome works in the beginning, but is very dangerous for those who want to become exceptional in life. Number 20, challenge and push your team members to the max. Number 21, organic is better than paid. Number 22, create a group feeling and an enemy. Number 23, speed is more important than perfection. Number 24, health above anything. Number 25, everything that you do in life, don't do it if it doesn't benefit you in 5 years. Number 26, if you don't think about your business while working out, it means you're not dialed in. Number 27, if it requires most of the time fixing instead of building, don't do it. Number 28, you will never unlock your full potential if you don't read books. Number 29, listen and watch CEOs as much as possible. Number 30, giving out free value will give you more back in the long term. Number 31, life is a marathon, not a race. Number 32, your best friend may be your worst enemy tomorrow. Number 33, the one who talks shit about others next to you talks even more shit about you. Number 34, compliment your team when done an outstanding job. Number 35, call your parents every single day. Number 36, don't be afraid to do business with your family and friends. Number 37, everyone has issues and an ego. Just learn how to deal with it. Number 38, set very, very unrealistic goals. Number 39, no trenches, no glory. Number 40, analyze every team member. Don't give free rides because you just like the person. Number 41, everyone thinks they're doing the right thing. Just deal with it. Number 42, never burn bridges. Number 43, know your place, never outshine the master. Number 44, play long-term games with long-term people. Number 45 to end with is, don't believe what anybody says, but watch what they're doing in the end, because that is exactly what they intend to do all along. These are the protocols we live by, and one of my most important lessons I've learned in life, especially in the last 5 years. And I repeat those every single time, because you gotta understand that this is the shit that I genuinely believe can help people. And if you listen to it, subconsciously you're going to understand it, and as well your life's going to improve. I'm 100% sure about that. So, Bas, where can they find you?
Instagram, Bas Prins _.
We'll put it here. Bas Prins.
And Twitter, I'm a bit active as well. I post some W's. Maybe sometimes I'll post some golden nuggets. That's Bas NFT _.
Amazing. What about you, Ahmed?
Yeah, so last podcast I forgot my IG name, but now I remember. It's Omid F _. You also see it up here.
We will put here, yeah, man. Also, my brother at Ecom Fati. Very simple. I'll put it as well in here, guys, so you know it. This was pretty much it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all this shit. And yeah, as my brother said, join the fucking mentorship. What are you waiting for? See you. Peace out.